mentioned, Dr. Sarageddine, the super course, it is about epidemiology and preventive medicine. It currently has 3,700 plus lectures, which are, as I mentioned, mirrored in the BA, and they are widely accessed. And here is the interface of the super course. And then in 2008, here in BioVision, the work has started in order to launch the bigger project, the Science Super Course, to be of a wider scope and to expand to not only of the area of epidemiology and preventive medicine, but to increase it into 4 different areas. And we have our 4 main principal investigators and our 4 gurus on the Science Super Course: Bing Cerf, Ismail Sarageddine, Gil Omen, and Ron Laporte, we are relying on them, on their vision and on their ideas for getting the Science Super Course off the ground and going. And based on these ideas, we came up with the Science Super Course, which has been launched now for about a couple of years. And here is the URL where you can access it. So what is it about? The Science Super Course, it's about it's a repository of thousands of lectures. And these lectures, they were PowerPoint lectures, but we have taken these lectures and we have massaged them, this PowerPoint, to give you more functionalities so that you can have some added values on your own, for our own use, as we can see. Main thing, they are available for free for anybody to use, to download. And currently, the Science Super Course, it does have more than 167,000 lectures in the 4 areas where we have started. Where public health, we have more than 44,000 lectures. In computer engineering, 51,000 lectures. In agriculture, we have more than 78,000 lectures. And environment, we have more than 26,000 lectures. So these are the 4 areas that we decided that we're going to start on. This is going to expand, but this is our start. And as I mentioned, we took these lectures, which are coming from all over the place in these 4 areas, and we have massaged the PowerPoints, and we have made some transformations for you, the users, to be able to customize it, to customize this material for your own needs. So here we have the interface, how it looks like, and here we have our 4 areas: the public health, computer engineering, agriculture and environment. And we have created a viewer which looks like a PowerPoint. It's not PowerPoint, but it looks like PowerPoint, where you have your main slide and you have the set of slides which you have them as thumbnail. But then the functionalities that we are offering you is that we are telling you that you can form your own bookshelf of lecture set, not a bookshelf, but lecture set, so to add it to your library. So you can say, oh, I'm interested in this lecture, I can add it to my library. And then later on, when you come a week later, then you can find this lecture in your library. You can also bookmark a special, if it is a special slide that you are interested in, so you can place a bookmark, you can add a bookmark, and then you can return to it later. So here you go into your bookmarks, you have a set of the bookmarks that you have placed, and then by pressing on it, then you can go back to the exact slide where you have bookmarked it. And not only that, but as Dr. Sarageddine mentioned, we are adding the facility so that you can form your own lecture. How would you form your own lecture? You can actually download a full lecture and then you can present it. Or actually you can select a few slides from here and there. So you like 2 slides from this presentation, you can like 3 slides from that presentation, so you can compile them. And what we call them, we can add the slides into my basket. And so here I've checked a few slides from the lecture of Future of Information and Communication Technology, which was by Bing Cerf. And I'm going to add them to my basket, which I've called Future of Communication. I have several other baskets which have other slides. Now, looking into this, to my basket of the future of communication, I have a set of slides that I have chosen. They are chosen from different lectures. And I can even change the order of those. So I have another order for the slides. I can add my own slide. I can add slides from other presentations, and then I can download it and I can present it to my students or my audience. Within the same framework, we have, apart from the 4 different areas, we have the special lectures which we are calling legacy lectures. So the legacy lectures, they are in between golden lectures, which are lectures which has, you can see that has the golden medal, which are very lectures that they are by eminent scientists and VIPs. We have the just-in-time lectures, and currently we have 88 of them, which are lectures that they are on the topic of the hour. So whether it's hurricanes, tsunami, earthquakes, whatever is in the area of falling into the 4 areas, and they are into the topic of the hour. We have a set of lectures authored by Nobel lectures. So currently we have assembled 75 of them. And also we have a set of lectures that they are coming from special institutions, like for instance National Academy of Science, the NIH, the Institute of Medicine. So all those are assembled and you can reach them by just a click of a mouse. And what else do we offer? Among those 167 plus lectures, which are increasing, will be increasing, we offer you the facility that you can search into the content of all those slides. So being a computer engineer, then I will use my examples as computer engineers. So here I'm using the term looking for dynamic compilers, and it will go and it will search in all the lectures on where it had appeared the word dynamic compilers. And going into here it highlights the words that it has found, and going into this particular lecture, I can see that here is the word compiler, compiling, dynamic compilation. So as you can see also that it does for us a morphological search, so it is not it's not strict to dynamic compiler, but it's also to get us compilation, compiling, and so on. And the interesting thing is that on the slide itself, it is highlighting the term. So if you are looking for a particular term, it's very easy to locate it into these millions of slides which exist in this repository. Also, we can do an advanced search of saying, I would like to have a lecture which would have in its title the word data mining, and in its content, it does have association rules, and that it has been rated more than 2 stars. And if we go ahead, then here we have a set of lectures, and here the word data mining is appearing in the title, and looking into one of the return results, and you can see that association rules is appearing here. So it gets you even, you can refine your search so that you have specific search terms into different fields. Well, as you can, these are functionalities that they are available to the public. Anybody, any viewer, any user can go in and he can form his own baskets, and he can have his own libraries, and he can rate the lectures and saying, I like these lectures at 3 stars and 4 stars and so on, just like Amazon and many other platforms exist. But actually, we realized that this science super course is structured on the community. It's very close to what we like Wikipedia, if you would like to see that something which would be close to it, in the sense that it is based on the participation of the community. So the super course really, it needs every one of you who are sitting here to be part of its development. We invite you, of course, to use it and also to contribute in it. To contribute in it how? We would like to build the network and the communities which Ron Laporte is expert at, and he has built it for the epidemiology and the preventive medicine. And now we want to build this community and network for the whole set of areas in order to sustain and improve the science super course. I'll give you an example of, so that we can get you an idea of what is needed in order to enhance this platform and to make it wider. I'll make an example of what we have done for the computer engineering community, which would be the same also for the others. We can categorize our users into 3 different users. We have the general users, who could be students just like in public. We can have the specialists, and here what we call like citizen scientists. So they do not have to be like total experts. And then we have the experts. Now each one of those has a role. We would like to have a role of every one of them. And this role is what is going to be rendering the Science Super course a different tool. So what are the roles? The example that we have in here, we have rating lectures. Anyone can rate a lecture, whether it is a public, a student, just a normal user, whether it is the specialist or the expert, everybody can rate lectures. And we are developing some formulas for how to come up with a 5 stars rating, so that you can see it with different weights, where the experts would have different weights than the specialists and different weights than the general user. But we would like to have the input of everyone. Everyone who is using the super course, the Science Super course, we'd like him or her to give us their feedback and saying, I like these lectures or I don't like this lecture. We are inviting people to upload their lectures. We would like to see your lectures. This is, as we said, this is a difference from the community. So we are trying to help teachers, lecturers, instructors, and even students who are working in projects and they are requested to present a seminar. Then this is a repository of material for them to use. So we would like to enrich this source by your lectures. If you do have some, then please upload your lectures. And here comes from, of course, either specialists or citizen scientists and the experts. And it's very easy, basically, just click on the upload here and off you go. You send us your PowerPoint, and then we will take care of it, and we will massage it and turn it into this view that you have seen, where users can put their on their library and the bookshelf on making bookmarks and make it searchable and so on. Now there are some more technical functionalities, which is, for instance, editing the classification. Here we have, within the 4 areas, we have adopted different classification that they are well known for each topic. And since those lectures, they have been crawled, and we have relied on automated way of classifying them, but sometimes it does not really work. Sometimes it's not classified. So you find, for instance, here a lecture which is about cybersecurity and computer engineering, but it is not classified. Then you can go and edit the metadata lecture and the metadata lecture of the classification, and you can edit the classification. Now you can enter into one lecture and you find that it has been wrongly classified. So here this is a modeling of the landscape fluxes for land management and hazard prevention, and it has been classified as computer engineering in simulation and modeling and software, which is wrong classification. This is the computers do not do everything right. It depends on, we tell them what to do, and it depends on the input that they get. So basically, this needs a little bit of tweaking by the experts who go and say, this classification is wrong, and I would like to edit the classification of the lecture. Also, we'd like to have lectures filtered in terms of content or relevancy, because these lectures, we have got them from all over the university. Some of them, they are not really relevant. So for instance, we have here a lecture that came for computer engineering due to the terms that exist into the lecture, but then this lecture is not really relevant. It's about deaf Asian people and organization, and most probably it did have a term which has like computer in some sort that it has been crawled and got there. So we need to remove that. And we also would like to have the metadata of the lectures to be reviewed. And here, all the categories of people, whether expert, specialist, or general user, they can help us doing that, because it's very easy to change. Like, I mean, you can see the title of the lecture, and we can correct it. You can see the note which has not been captured, and you can add it, and so on. And then finally, the manual crawling, we are relying on basically postgraduate students to help us into identifying lectures from specific universities on specific topic, and to increase the corpus that we have of the resource that we have. We have tried actually within the computer engineering to hold what we call Science Supercourse Engineering Day. And we have invited students to come to the library, and we have introduced to them the Science Supercourse. We have invited them to edit some lectures and to review them. And we have held some sort of like a competition between them, so that we can have a large number of lectures that would be reviewed. And we managed to get out of this day and some subsequence, out of 30,000 lectures that they have been edited in terms of the metadata, and we need to do a little bit more on the 4 different areas. Currently, we have a small network of contributors. In terms of the metadata editors, we have about 300. Classification, it is much less because it needs experts, so we have around 200. Reviewers, we have around 200, and the uploaders, we have about 100. But we need this to grow. We need this to grow on all different areas in order to enrich our repository of the Science Supercourse. Your participation, it's going to be an effort that you play, but it will not going to be in one way. You are going to gain what you're going to gain. Well, first of all, if you do have your material, you would like to share it with others, then you are going to be exchanging experience with your peers. You are going to help students. Students will have lots of information and source information that they can use for their research, and also to reinforce the global exposure of the most up-to-date subjects. So please help us into catalyzing the Science Supercourse network and increase our resource, either by contributing with your own lectures or with contributing with your input of saying what you like, what you don't like, whether you have any comments, whether you say you have like a negative comment on a lecture, whether you have a positive comment. Just tell your opinion about anything that you like in this report.